is a Fox 17 winter weather alert.
All right, welcome back. It's going to be a cooler night here in West Michigan. 20s, fairly cold this time of year, but it is close to average. But this is where temperatures are really at right now, and they're not going to change a whole lot as we get through the overnight. Going to stay fairly steady as the snow continues. So anywhere from 19 to 20 degrees. You can see Grand Rapids, Hastings, a handful of these communities already at our lowest temperature of the night as the system rolls through, especially around 4, 5, 6 a.m. Then we're going to start to see temperatures rise as we get the warm sector of this system, which is going to be right near freezing in our southern communities. I think Grand Rapids will end up right around 30 for an afternoon high tomorrow. Light snow has started downtown Grand Rapids. Visibility reduced a little bit, and now the roadways are wet, maybe getting a little bit of a glaze. You can see the freezing line there in central Illinois, but it's all snow right now in West Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio, or rather Indiana and Ohio. This is continuing to move through, and with that, there's the visibility reduction. 1 1/4 South Haven, 3/4 of a mile in Holland and Battle Creek. So a lot of areas under a mile. That's going to continue to move off to the north and east. That's why the winter weather advisory got a head start. They issued it an hour earlier. That system's just moving a little bit quicker, but we're looking at mostly snow in our northern communities and a little bit of freezing precipitation, wintry mix south of I-96, especially south of I-94. That's why it's 2 to 4, maybe an isolated 5 inches of snow in our northern communities, 1 to 3 in that lighter shade, and then down into the gray. That's where it's mostly mix and really wet snow or even melting on contact. That won't allow for much in terms of accumulations. Already seeing a head start down there, though. Again, we're going to see it clear out at times through the day on Saturday. It's not going to be snowing all day. A lot of these waves, though, will have some heavier pockets. So when it does start to snow, expect some visibility issues there and travel impacts. Saturday evening, we are looking at a trend with an easterly wind to see some drier air settle in for a time. That may help your Saturday evening plans. Before Sunday morning, another system will be mainly east of US 131, and then we're tracking lake effect into the second half of the weekend and into early next week. So that's going to be all a part of the wind shift. Again, this is Saturday afternoon. We're tracking that easterly flow, normally a drier wind, why we might see a gap in the snow. And then as we go into Sunday, it's going to start to shift northerly and then eventually northwesterly out of there. It's going to drive in some much cooler air too. 13 degrees for a high on Monday. This is going to be another really Arctic blast, kind of a secondary one to what we had in mid-January. Not as cold, but it may be a little more prolonged. We are looking at the potential for 4 nights to be below 10 degrees for overnight lows, and Monday night and the Tuesday could be one of our coolest of the season when you factor in a wind chill. So this weekend, snow probably totaling 4 to 6 inches for some communities, especially north of Grand Rapids, but again, everybody is going to see the cold, and then we're tracking a lake effect into early next week. Lots to keep an eye on.
Yes, February keeping us all busy with the snow plows and just trying to stay warm, trying to make the most of winter.
Yeah, we should be trending up. Not the case right now. We'll get there eventually.
Well, you'll guide